Okay, 20 seconds. Stand by. Stand by. 20 seconds, everybody. Okay, you guys, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Roll the tape. 5, 4, 3, 2. Take it, Doug. Music up.
For the 4th consecutive year, high school swimming is on television. Good evening, everyone. Good afternoon, whichever it may be. This is Bob Delaforce along with Dave Nordalus, ready to bring you the City Conference Finals. Direct from the Gill Powers Pool of Creston High School. We're ready. We're going to have a lot of events tonight, double events in every part of the meet, so we'll be moving through it quickly, right, Dave?
Yes, very quickly. In the coaches meeting earlier, they said this is going to be non-stop, so we're ready.
Well, we're ready right now to get started with the 200-yard medley relay in the consolation finals, and do you want to read the lineup for us?
It would be my pleasure. In lane 1, West Catholic's B Squad. Lane 2 is Catholic Central's B Squad. Lane 3, Central. Lane 4 is Christian's B Squad. Lane 5, Preston's B. And in lane 6, Ottawa Hills B Squad. And the swimmers are in the water. The backstrokers are in the water. Taking an early lead. Seems to me that's got to be lane 4. That's the squad from Grand Rapids Christian's B Squad. Now, unfortunately, as Bob and I were talking about earlier, we don't have any names on the relays, so we'll apologize in advance for just calling them Christian or Ottawa Hills.
The BT relay, that's right.
Yes.
The squads in the relays are not generally identified. This is, remember again, 7 schools in the city conference, and there are only 6 places in the championship finals, so the slowest number of the 7 teams ends up as the varsity squad in the consolation finals. That is Central High School. And then the rest are the B squads from the remaining high schools that are competing here. Incidentally, Dave, just a little photo fact to pass along of the top 12 area schools that are listed in high school swimming. TV23 has shown all of them this season except 3, Rockford, Holland, and Holland Christian. Not exactly local squads.
Amazing. Amazing.
But the rest of them have held true, and
we've been there.
We've been there to show them to you. So I think we've put together a pretty good card of television for you. Well, you hear the fever pitch pick up as we come in here for the final leg of this 200-yard medley relay in the B squad. In lane number 4, the Grand Rapids Christian B squad touching at 2:07.00. And for second place, it looks like it's going to be a battle between lane number 2 and lane number 5. Lane number 2 touching first?
Yes.
I believe, well, they went through it pretty quick here, so we'll have to get back through them next time around. Well, what's nice about this event is they read off the results for us, so we really don't have to read off the results ourselves at the end of these events. They'll go as part of the award ceremony after the championship finals, which we're ready to start now, David.
Yes, championship finals, 200-yard medley relay. Lane 1, West Catholic. Lane 2, Catholic Central. Lane 3, Grand Rapids Christian. And in lane 4, Creston. Lane 5, Ottawa Hills. And in lane 6, Union.
And you may notice also that Creston has elected to use the shorter starting blocks, as well as they have chosen that rather than to stay with the high blocks. And no, that's not going to be a big difference for them, apparently.
No, I don't think it is. But if you'll notice them, they're only like 7 inches up.
Yes. Well, they have to be under 18 inches if they have not lowered the water. They got to lower the blocks, one or the other. In the backstroke relay, they turn over and do flip turns, all of them.
I'm going to have to call lane 4.
And that could be a potential hazard because of the rulings on turns in the last year or so. Turn judge Mary Lynn Voigt is watching that, and if there will be a disqualification, I'm sure she'll call it. So we'll keep an eye out for that. Right now, it's lane number 4 in the lead, but lane number 3 challenging them closely. Lane number 4 is Creston. Lane number 3 is Grand Rapids Christian. And boy, Grand Rapids Christian looks like they've taken over the lead, but Catholic Central is right in there too.
Catholic Central in lane 2. Yeah,
it really is a close pack at this point, ready for the exchange to the second leg, or the third leg, excuse me, of this relay.
Catholic Central.
And it's going to be 2, 3, and 5, and then 4 at this point. A closely packed race, lane 5 Ottawa Hills, but it's still Catholic Central in lane number 2, followed by Grand Rapids Christian in lane 3, and Ottawa Hills in lane 5.
And
the three top schools, the largest schools in the city conference. But Catholic Central's fading off here on this leg. This is the third leg, and Grand Rapids Christian is hanging on. So it's going to be lane 3 first, lane 2 second, lane 5 third. As Christian eclipses Catholic Central in the parochial match of the night, probably.
Yes, I'm not sure.
Look at that. That's a full-length lead right at this point, and we're waiting to see the finish. We're still waiting to see the finish as you see him coming down here for the touch, and it's going to be lane number 3 first, lane number 2 second, 1:59.08 for lane number 3. Lane number 2 second in third place. We'll have lane number 5. Okay, here are the results, Dave, in case we can't hear them from the PA system. In 6th place is in 7th place is Grand Rapids Central. In 6th place is the squad from Union. 5th place, West Catholic. And we're now waiting for the 4th place award from Creston High School. They're on the blocks in the 4th lane. 3rd place was
4th place, Creston High School.
5th place, West Catholic. 4th is Creston High School. 3rd place is Ottawa Hills squad. 2nd place, Catholic Central. And 1st place, well, it's no surprise because you saw the race right here. It's Grand Rapids Christian. Nice time of 1:59.08,
very good time.
Which of course qualifies easily for B conference. Now we're ready for the 200-yard freestyle and consolation finals, Dave.
And in the consolation finals, Bob, lane 1 is Karen McKendon, lane 2, Megan McCabe, lane 3, Heiki Williams, and in lane 4, it's Lindsay Nesbitt, in lane 5, Sarah Fellows, and in lane 6, Katie Backheim.
There we go. And they're on the blocks, ready for the start. And as you see from our top camera of Howard Van Dyke, it's lane number 3 in the lead. Heiki Williams from Ottawa Hills. Heiki is a sophomore, I believe. Yes, she is.
She's a sophomore.
And we have a few blue and white balloons filtering across the sky there in front of our camera. That's the balloon bazaar, I guess you would say, of the squads around here. Still, Heiki is out in the lead, but second place is becoming quite a battle between lane number 2 and lane number 5. Lane number 2 being Megan McCabe from Catholic Central, lane 5, Sarah Fellows of Ottawa Hills. And lane number 4 is also from Creston, Lindsay Nesbitt is also pulling in a battle not to give up easily on second or third place.
And yes, Heike is always, all the Williams have a good freestyle. Her sister does, she does. It's just strong, and they know it well.
Well, of course, Heike's dad is
Gary.
coach at Ottawa Hills. As you see, Heike Williams coming in here for the final touch. The crowd pitch increases as the big push is put on. Second place is going to be a battle between lane 4 and lane 5 as lane 3 touches. Lane 3 touches with 2:16.65. And second place is going to belong to lane number 4, 2:17.86. 2:17.86 for lane number 4. And lane 5 is in third place. We are now ready to get into the championship finals, David. If you are,
yes, we are, Bob.
Looking for your lineup.
In lane 1, it's Janelle Steenberg. In lane 2, Christina Freiling. Lane 3, Michelle Mojak. And in lane 4, Tara Clausen. Lane 5, Meredith Cutler. In lane 6, Sarah Korhonen. Excuse me.
And with the start of the whistle, Dan McGinnis, the starter, is ready to begin. Referee Sue Barthold is on the far side of the pool.
And the swimmers are in the water for the 200-yard freestyle championship finals. And I don't know about you, but it looks pretty even to me.
I think we were going to let you have the call on this.
I'm going to call it 3.
Well, it's by just a minuscule stretch at this point. Maybe a half a body length now that it stretches.
We'll see what Bobby has down here. Let's see.
Definitely a half a body length as Bob Strutz gets the turn. From up close and personal. Our ace crew of TV 23 camera people have been doing this all season long and all last season in the men's swim finals as well, so they've honed their skills well, bringing you the best pictures we possibly can get from this well-lit pool.
Okay. And lane 3 is again.
There is lane 3 right there.
That's Michelle Mojak from Grand Rapids Christian.
Well, Michelle, we have seen before, is an outstanding swimmer and a fast swimmer in freestyle. We expect her, she's the area leader in that category, I believe, in the 200 free, so we really expected her to be out front. Even eclipsing some of the other stronger swim powers around the area, East Grand Rapids, West Ottawa, Zealand, and others. So
we've been everywhere.
We have been there. We've tried to bring you the best we could of area swimming, and we think we've done a passable job of it. We hope you agree.
Michelle Mojak now still with that lead. She's got to be, I'm going to call it at least 2.5 body lengths.
I take that back, Dave. Zealand's Christine Nagelkirk and Heather Watkins from East Grand Rapids are ahead of Michelle.
Yes.
She's number 3.
I believe you're right.
But number 1 in the city conference, certainly, in this event. And you see the result there. Lane number 4 looks like it's going to be second place at this point. That's Tara Clausen from Grand Rapids Christian.
And lane 2, I think, has got to be third place. That's Christina Freiling from Christian.
I was going to say, where's she from?
This is what's called a sweep.
It is called a sweep, as lane number 3 finishes first, 2:02.31. And there you see the crowd cheering on the results of the swimmers. Ottawa Hills coach Gary Williams will present the awards in the consolation finals. Here he comes in his bright orange shirt and black suspenders. In 7th place from Ottawa Hills, very well in the conference finals.
And there's Gary right there, maneuvering his way in between the many swimmers on deck right now.
In 8th place is Lindsay Nesbitt from Creston. I think they're calling it 8th place. Sarah Fellows.
Yes, I believe you're right.
We have Megan McCabe in 9th place. 10th place, rather. And now for the championship finals. Brad Cortman from Grand Rapids Christian, coach of the Christian Eagles, will announce the results here. In 6th place from Ottawa Hills, Sarah Corhonen. In 5th place from Creston High School, Meredith Coupler. In 4th place from Grand Rapids Christian, and so will the next 3 places be, Janelle Steenbergen from Grand Rapids Christian. We talked about depth. This is where the depth comes in.
And there you see Brad Cortman on deck.
In 3rd place, Christina Friley from Grand Rapids Christian. 2nd place belongs to Tara Clausen. And in 1st place from lane number 3, Michelle Mojak, a senior this year, and a nice way to cap off her senior year of swimming. Michelle Mojak, Grand Rapids Christian. Fine time of 2:02.31, getting a nice hug from her coach. And there you see some of the group. We're ready now to go into the 200-yard individual medley, David.
And yes, Bob, in the 200-yard individual medley consolation finals in lane 1, Kim Roxbury. Lane 2 is Jenny Huxamo. Lane 3 is Joy Slager. Lane 4, Tara Monroe. Lane 5, Christine Bozek. And in lane 6, Shannon Krieger from Ottawa Hills.
And again, as always, we remind you that the consolation finals that we show sometimes are edited in order to comply with time requirements. We're basically going to show you the start and a couple outstanding duels and then wrap it up so that we can show you more of the championship finals and the diving championships, which will be coming your way midpoint of this meet. Right now, in lane number 3, it looks like Joy Slager from Grand Rapids Christian in the butterfly stroke, but we've got 4 separate strokes here to deal with, and that could change drastically in the course of that effort. So
it's Jenny Huxman in lane 2, and Jenny is now followed very closely by Kim Roxbury from Creston in lane 1. Lane 4, Tara Monroe from Ottawa Hills is behind Kim.
Well, now it looks like lane number 2 is taking over the lead. Jenny Huxamo from Grand Rapids Christian, a senior this year.
Wait till the freestyle, though.
Well, the freestyle can make a big difference, you're right.
And there again are our leaders. Jenny Huxmas on your closest to your screen. And now it's going to be Jenny Huxman, lane 2 is in the lead. She's followed closely by Joy Slager in lane 3. But then again, over in lane 5, that's Christine Bozek from Catholic Central. She's putting in her 2 cents worth also, Bob. Now, I swam with Jenny's brother, who, when you least expected it, when you were swimming against him, he would just come out of nowhere and beat you. So,
well, that's what she's doing right here and now. She comes in, she enjoys high school choir and meeting guys, and varsity lettered all 4 years, and it shows as she makes the touch at 2:33.16. 2:33 and 1600ths for first place. Second place belongs to lane number 3. Actually, that would be 8th place.
Championship finals.
Okay, now we're ready for the championship finals, David, and then those, I'll read them off just so I can test my bifocals here. Christy
Yes.
Van Workum, Celeste Monroe in lane number 2. Elizabeth Petrulia from Grand Rapids Christian in lane 3. Francisca Mueller in lane number 4 from Ottawa Hills. Lane 5, Cindy Ricketson from Creston. And lane 6, Erin Mullen from Catholic Central. So we've got 2 Ottawa Hills swimmers, 2 Christian swimmers in this championship finals.
And the rest are all, no, I'm just
Dan
kidding.
McGinnis calls for the start.
No false starts yet, or nobody coming up yet. That really surprised me, because usually it seems like every other start, swimmers step up, but that just could be nightmares from when I was younger. I'm going to call it right now lane 4, Bob. That's going to be
Francisca Mueller.
Francisca Mueller from Ottawa Hills. She's a junior.
An exchange student from Germany, Frankfurt, as a matter of fact, for a year.
Nice place.
Was swimming 4 years ago in a German club. That's her only other swimming experience.
Now I'm going to have to call it Cindy Richardson, a sophomore from Creston. She's over there in lane 5, but look at this pack, Bob.
Yes, it is a close packed race as we go into the backstroke, and you can see a nice, beautiful stroke. It's pretty closely lined up at this point as we go down and take a look at the turn at Randy Cotton's camera at the opposite end of the pool. And okay, now they're all pretty neatly laid out. I think lane number 6 up there is going to be a sleeper too. That's Erin Mullen from Catholic Central.
I think you're right. And I wouldn't even be surprised if she wins it here. Or no,
well, it depends on how the breaststroke
goes. Jeez,
and we'll find that out right now because we're into the breaststroke.
I'm going to call it, now, I know Elizabeth Petrulia's breaststroke is pretty good. But
Celeste Monroe is challenging there in lane number 2. So Elizabeth Petrulia in lane number 3, Celeste Monroe in lane number 2. And boy, we got to get back and look at that turn again. It looks like, still it looks like 2 and 3, and lane number 6 is going to be in 3rd place.
But, and then I'm not sure, but I think we saw Erin Mullen swim already this year, and her freestyle is pretty good. I think it's going to be...
Well, you can see as they cross the stripes there, it's a real battle.
I think it's going to be between Elizabeth and Erin Mullen.
Well, it's really going to boil down to the freestyle stroke, and who's the strongest there, and here we go for that one. 50 lap, or 50 yards.
50 yards.
I want to make it 50 laps.
Yeah, okay, it's a...
Let's test stamina here, Joe.
Okay, yep.
Again, it looks like Elizabeth Petrulia in lane number 3 is going to will out with that strong freestyle stroke.
She's got it.
If you hear some noise, you hear the beat of the crowd, the electricity in this crowd. Electricity and water do meet. Mix very well. And they mix right here in this pool.
There it was.
City Conference time. 2:29:36 for Elizabeth Petrulia.
Great swim.
Very good swim for
unreal.
Elizabeth. And in 2nd place, we show lane number 1.
But I personally think it was lane 6.
And 3rd place was lane number 6. And 4th place was lane number 2. Well, now we get ready for the results of the consolation finals as meet manager Gary Vanderland announces them to the crowd here. We'll repeat them. In 12th place, Shannon Krieger from Ottawa Hills. In 11th place, Kim Roxbury from Preston. In 10th place, Christine Bozak from Catholic Central. In 9th place, Tara Monroe from Ottawa Hills. 8th place will be Joy Slager from Grand Rapids Christian. And in 7th place, Jenny Hoeksema from Grand Rapids Christian, a time of 2:33.16. Or was that 1-0? I can't read my own handwriting.
Could be either or, really, I guess. But as we said earlier, the screen is correct. We're wrong.
That's right.
The screen's correct. Always.
Now we're ready to take a look at the championship finals. Being also awarded by Beth Portman from Grand Rapids Christian. In 6th place, Francisca Mueller from Ottawa Hills. In 5th place, Cindy Ricketson from Grand Rapids Christian. In 4th place, Celeste Monroe from Ottawa Hills. Cindy Ricketson's from Preston.
Yes.
Did I say that?
Yes. No, well, you said.
Third
yes.
place is Erin Mullen from Catholic Central. Second place is Christy Van Workum from Grand Rapids Christian, getting a big hug from her coach. And in first place, Elizabeth Petrulia from Grand Rapids Christian, 229.36. Now we're ready for the 50-yard freestyle. David.
This will be over in about 7 minutes. Okay, 50-yard freestyle. Wait, there's 100. We go. 200. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Lane 1, Shannon Hill. Lane 2, Awana Zaluska. Lane 3, Leslie Cohn. Lane 4 is Kelly Zeidbelt. And in lane 5, Lisa Andel. And in lane 6, Melissa Herbert. Wow.
I knew you were going to louse that up. That's Zdibble.
Okay.
We have learned pronunciation of some names along the way today, this season as well. I learned Petrulia, and you learned Zdibble.
What is that? Czechoslovakia?
I have no idea.
That's got to be. That's just got to be Czechoslovakia. Well,
But right now it's fast.
Yeah,
Kelly
it's fast
Zdibble
'cause
in
she's
lane
in
number
front.
4 is the fast swimmer as she comes in for the touch at 27.39. Which is about 0.3 of a second off of her seed time.
and here's the championship finals, 50-yard freestyle. Lane 1, Alana Kuhn. Lane 2, Chris Vandertoorn. Lane 3, Becky Meyer. Lane 4, Lisa Walters. Lane 5, Lisa Edema. And lane 6, Ann Jacobois. I remember that one.
That's Becky Edema, but we'll get ready for the start. Dan McGinnis making some notations in his book, because in addition to everything else these officials have to do, they have to record the results of each one of these events
Just
and
in
compare
case.
them against the scoring time, just in case there's a problem.
Some people are going to, oh, nobody was jumping. That's what surprised me the most. Nobody is jumping.
And on the 50-yard
Becky
freestyle, they
Meyer,
are
lane
tempted
3.
to.
Lane 3, Becky Meyer. I got to, sorry.
You're absolutely right.
No, wait.
Well, it's
Lane.
still gonna look at the timers close in here. It's still gonna be lane number 3 and lane number 2.
Lane 4, no. That was
lane
Becky.
number
It was
3
Becky.
is going
It
to
was
touch
lane
it out.
3,
Yes,
yep.
at 26:05. A beautiful time for Becky Meyer. Not as fast as she did in her prelims yesterday, but still a nice time.
Yep. Hey.
Second place goes to Chris Vandentorn, and we'll wait for the announcement of awards.
Whatever gets the job done, huh?
Now in the consolation finals awards, we'll have West Catholic's coach, and I knew I was going to be called upon to answer who that was, and don't have it.
What's her name again? I know her name. Sorry.
That's Sharon Zenner.
Yes,
Is
that's
in
right.
lane number awarding the places. In 12th place in consolation finals, Shannon Hill from Creston. In 11th place, Linda Anvil from Catholic Central. 10th place to West Catholic's Melissa Hebert, or A. Bear. And in 9th place, Awana Zaluska from Creston High School. 8th place from Ottawa Hills, Leslie Cohn. Leslie getting her ribbon. And in 7th place in the consolation finals from West Catholic, a senior, Kelly Zdibble. And Gary Vanderlyn is, or the announcer is holding off. I guess it's not Gary that's announcing. I just saw him walk on the pool deck.
That's somebody else on there, I think.
Dave Boltman is doing the announcing, but he paused a little bit on Zdibble because I don't think he knew how to pronounce it either.
Yeah, I don't think he did either.
Now we go to the championship finals, and Grand Rapids Christian will be making the awards. Brad Cortman in 6th place, Alana Kuhn. 5th place from Catholic Central, Ann Jacobois. Alana is from Preston.
Yep.
In fourth place, from Grand Rapids Christian, imagine that, Becky
Imagine
Edema.
that.
In third
Edema.
place, junior from Grand Rapids Christian, Lisa Walters. And they're down congratulating one another instead of staying around to line up neatly for the press photographers.
They're just kind of
I
running
can't
around.
understand why they'd want to get together and congratulate one another after such a hard-fought battle. My goodness.
Could there be a camera
in second
there?
place, Chris Vanden Toorn from Grand Rapids Christian. And in first place, Becky Meyer with a 26.05 time. Now we get ready for the diving, and before we go into the diving, we ought to take a stretch break here for this word from our friends in sports. We'll have some happy feet, and then we'll be back.
Spend a month abroad this summer with Sport for Understanding International Exchange and learn the international language of sports.
Habla usted field hockey? Do you see basketball? Voleibol golf? Do you speak sport? Do you speak sport?
Join a high school Sport for Understanding team. Call 1-800-424-3691.
Well, we're ready to go into the diving now, and we have 12 divers, and these are the top 12 divers in the city according to pairings. The preliminaries were held, and the first 8 dives were done yesterday, and the final 3 will be done now, tonight, before your very eyes. And the divers are in the program, and we'll read them to you in the order they'll be diving. Jamie Bigelow from Christian, Erin Jarman from Catholic Central, Lori Schaub from Central, Gina Phoebus from Grand Rapids Christian, Leslie Cohn from Ottawa Hills, Katie Cummins from Catholic Central, Kathy Bacon from Central, Jody Coster from Grand Rapids Christian, Jennifer Cuttridge from Ottawa Hills, Jamie Cronkrite from Catholic Central, Missy Merima from Christian, and Chris Hammaker from Catholic Central. You know, Dave, I think we have sheets on just about every one of these divers. We'll start looking for them as we tell you
we get
about
rolling
the dives here. Our first dive is Jamie Bigelow. She will do a back dive in the straight position for a degree of difficulty 1.7. Nicely done.
Judges Awards 66655. Now they drop the highest and the lowest, correct? Yes. Yes, right? Yes.
As they drop the high and low in this one, and the first 3, the middle 3 divers' scores will be taken, or judges' scores will be taken.
Here's Erin Jarman. Erin's from Catholic Central, and Erin will be showing us her rendition.
Leslie did not dive earlier for Ottawa Hills.
Hey, but there's a first time for everything, right?
I know that for a fact.
5.5, 5.5. Degree of difficulty. Little off parallel, maybe 2 or 3 degrees. Judges Awards 5.5, 6, 5. Very nice. Judges Awards 5.5, 6, 5.5, 6.5, 5.5. 7.5 on that one.
Well, we'll see.
But then again, the judge is always right. And that was a front one somersault. The judges liked it. 5.5, 6, 5, 5.5, 4.
Katie.
Here's Katie Cummings from Catholic Central. She'll be doing a 4.
Enjoys horseback riding as an outside interest, dancing, skydiving.
Very
And
nice.
Jeff, who's got to be mighty proud of her the way she's diving tonight.
6, 6.5, 6, 6.5.
The vocal crowd here for all of these excellent dives that you're seeing. Jamie is a sophomore, enjoys horseback riding, softball, and again, gymnastics, which is exceptionally helpful to the diving competition.
What is it with all this horseback riding? Very nice. 6.5, 6.5.
Degree of difficulty. Leslie, I believe, is a sophomore. No, a junior. Junior.
Okay.
And I should know.
Yes. So should I, though. 5, 5.5. Judges awards on that last dive. 6, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 6.5. I can hardly.
They have the choice, of course, of which one they want to use.
Because that one you can see from just here is wet. Very nice.
Nicely done.
Judges awards on that last dive. 6, 5.5, 6, 6.5, 6.5. I can hardly see the Catholic Central
Jamie
there.
Conkright.
Here's Missy. Correct?
Okay, that was Jenny Cottridge. Now here's
Yeah.
Jamie Cronkite. Cronkright.
We'll be doing that same dive.
Horseback riding, softball, and gymnastics are her interests. as
This
a
horseback
sophomore.
riding stuff. There it was. Judges awards 6.5, 6, 6, 5.
For the coach for diving in order to present the awards. And I didn't hear which coach
It was
being called.
Heidi Williams.
Oh, that's who they were paging?
I believe so.
Or Gary Williams.
Heidi
Gary and Jeff are over here on this side of the pool deck, so I don't think... We'll pick this up direct from the PA.
And ninth place from Central, Roy Shaw, 300.1. And eighth place from Christian, Jody Foster, 303.15. In seventh place from Iowa Hills, Jennifer Petrich, 305. In sixth place from Catholic Central, Katie Cummins. In fifth place, Christian's Missy Merriman, 329.1. In fourth place was Christian Gina Tebas. In third place, Central Kathy Bacon. In second place was Christian Jamie Bigelow. And the winner of this year's diving competition from Catholic Central, Jamie Cartwright.
Jamie Cronkite from Catholic Central, whom we've seen twice this season, getting the award for outstanding diving tonight.
Jamie, I believe, is a junior, I think. Is that right?
She's
junior?
a sophomore.
Sophomore? Wow. She's got 2 more years.
Gymnastics and horseback riding again.
Jeez,
So
how come everybody who dives has to ride horseback? Why is that?
hard
Okay,
to say.
well, why don't we change
We're ready
gears?
to get into the second half of this meet, and we're moving along pretty quickly here. The 100-yard butterfly, David.
Consolation finals, lane 1, Heather Bauma, lane 2, Andy Fisher, lane 3, Franziska Mueller, lane 4, Jessica Euchre, lane 5, Linda Andel, and lane 6, Melissa Herbert. That Euchre sent me for a loop. I think it's Bob's daughter. Bob?
Could be.
Bob? Thought I saw somebody frowning at my commentary. Yes. We have all the starts we've seen tonight are very, very good, Bob. And
Yes, they have. They've been nice, clean starts all along the way, and we haven't gotten into too much trouble with them. Well, it looks like lane number 3 in the 100-yard butterfly, Franziska Mueller from Ottawa Hills. Strong upper body strength, and as I recall, she did well in this before.
yes, I remember that too.
But Linda Andel from Catholic Central over in lane 5 is doing good. Lane 4 is not in bad shape either, but Franziska made the better turn.
Oh, yeah.
And we'll look at our cameras up here and see that you can see as well as we can as we come around here to the other end and make the turn. Franziska's out in the lead by about a half a body length.
Yeah, Franziska's stroke is, I mean, it's not the prettiest thing in the world, but I mean, that stroke could tow your house down.
It is a strong stroke. There is no doubt about it. And the kick is equally good, and that's what helps her as well, as she touches there with 1:11.47. 1:11.47 for Franziska Mueller from Ottawa Hills in second place, lane number 5. And we'll look at the rest of the results and get ready for the championship finals as soon as they get out of the water. Now we're ready for the championship finals, David.
Lane 1, Alana Kuhn. Lane 2 is Heather Carey. Lane 3, Chris Vandertorn. Lane 4, Cindy Ricketson. Lane 5 is Tara Clausen. Lane 6, Kristen Derrydinger. I remember that one too. I remember that one.
Excellent.
And you can see their affiliations, their schools on your screen.
And you know, as we read off from this excellent program, we really should thank
Oh, jeez.
Todd Valentine
Yeah, it was just
graduate
phenomenal.
of Creston
He
High School.
graduated the same year I did. We swam against each other a few times, I think.
He is doing this during his college years and doing an excellent job preparing the programs for all of these city conference meets. And we're grateful to him for that. If he's listening, if he's around town to hear it,
Hey.
if not, his dad, Ralph, will pass it on.
And if he's not, hey, we're thinking about him.
Lane number 3, that's Chris Van Den Toorn from Grand Rapids Christian, making a nice
Look at that stroke. That is just a beautiful butterfly stroke. I'm not sure what camera, but just look at that stroke.
It is a gorgeous stroke, and
now see, her stroke, as you can see, I mean, it's not really all that strong. I mean, you aren't seeing like a tidal wave behind her, but just how smooth and graceful it is, I mean, that saves time. If you do a stroke right, it gets done quicker.
well,
and
listen, she's ready up for
done.
the touch. We got to look at second and third place, and second place looks like it's going to be lane number 5. First
Christian.
touches now, and lane number 3, and second place will be coming up here
It's gonna be
shortly,
lane
but I
5.
believe it is going to be lane 5.
I'm gonna just guess here.
And it is.
It is. This meet is just screaming.
We've got to take this brief break for a word from the Michigan High School Athletic Association, and we'll be right back.
Just a reminder that kids who participate in high school sports tend to go a little farther than those who don't.
Meet. I'm glad that Coach Gary Vanderlind is managing the meet in such an efficient manner that we can get through it in record time.
Record time.
That makes it easier on us who have to put all this into post-production and put it on the air inside of 1 week. Now it's Doug Hanson, our director in the truck, who will work on that with me as soon as we're done here. Now we're ready for the Consolation Finals Awards, and Coach Gary Williams from Ottawa Hills making those awards. In 12th place from West Catholic, Melissa Hebert. In 11th place from Grand Rapids Christian, Heather Bauman. In 10th place, Jessica Euchre from Catholic Central. 9th place from Catholic Central, Andy Fisher just getting her ribbon. And 8th place now from Catholic Central, Linda Andel, or Andel.
Andel.
And in 7th place from Ottawa Hills, a junior this year, Francisca Mueller, 1:11.47. Getting her award for 7th place in the consolation finals. Francisca, a foreign exchange student from Germany, has done an excellent job in a couple events for Ottawa Hills this season. Now in the championship finals, the award will be presented by Brad Cortman from Grand Rapids Christian. And
Yeah.
you got the results right here, David.
And in 6th place, that's Alana Kuhn. And 5th place, Heather from Christian.
Preston.
And 5th place, Heather Carey from Union. 4th place, that's Kristen Derry-Dinger from Ottawa Hills. 3rd place, Sydney Ricketson
From Preston.
from Preston. Should we wait here a sec?
Oh, wait and let him catch up.
Just keep it a surprise.
Here's Kristen coming out. Or Cindy Ricketson.
And there's
Tara Clausen.
Tara Clausen, 2nd place from Christian.
In 1st place.
Chris Van Der Toorn, Grand Rapids Christian. She's a junior, I believe. Right? Junior?
Yes, indeed.
Junior.
You're keeping track of that, I notice. Excellent. Well, now, as we finish the awards in the 100-yard butterfly, we go to the 100-yard freestyle consolation finals, David.
In lane 1, it's Amy Jones from Preston. Lane 2, Kathy Leifer from Ottawa Hills. Lane 3, Kelly Smith from Christian. And in lane 4, it's Kelly Zidbel Sidbull. Sidbull. Stibble, that's right. Stibble from West Catholic. Lane 5, Eve Farnsworth from Ottawa Hills. And lane 6, Lindsay Frisky from Union. Frisky.
And we didn't mention it when we were at Ottawa Hills before, but Eve Farnsworth's dad is the one who's constructed that scoreboard, that beautiful scoreboard at Ottawa Hills.
I remember that. That was beautiful.
We'll see again, that's for sure. Well, it's a close-packed 100-yard freestyle consolation finals. Imagine what the championship finals are going to look like.
Rock and roll, I guess, right neck and neck.
Well, there's a lot closer packed times in the championship finals than the prelim times we see in consolations. And you see it kind of spreading out in a wedge formation, just exactly the way they show up in the seeds for the preliminary. Lane number 4 is out in the lead. Kelly Dibble, actually, she was 1 second off of the fastest time. But she's hanging in there now from West Catholic. And in lane number 3, Kelly Smith from Grand Rapids Christian is pouring on the steam and giving her something to think about. But she kind of messed up on that turn a little bit, didn't she?
She messed it, yeah.
Because she lost about a half a body length as they come in here for the final 10 yards. It's Kelly Dibble from West Catholic in first place, touching at a time of 1 minute and 25 seconds. And second place belongs to lane number 3.
Winter freestyle. This is the championship finals. Lane 1, Meredith Cutler from Creston. Lane 2, Ann Jacobois from Catholic Central. Lane 3 is Lisa Walters from Christian. Lane 4, Becky Meyer from Christian. Lane 5, Rebecca Menning from Ottawa Hills. And lane 6, Joyce Lager from Christian. Wow, we're going to see a race between Lisa Walters and Becky Meyer in lanes 3 and 4. Their seed times are 57.88 and 57.51 respectively, and I can just about assure you right now, they've forgotten their teammates. And right now, from the way it looks to me, which is sometimes right, sometimes wrong, I'm gonna have to call it lane 3. Lane 3, that's Walters, Lisa Walters, but now it looks more like Becky Meyer in lane 4.
Well, you know, Dave, as fast as this thing is going, you may actually have time for some interviews tonight.
Me? Me? Could be.
Well, in the championship finals, it's a closely packed race. Lane number 4, Becky Meyer, looks like she's got a half a body length lead coming into the final quarter of this race. Lane number 2, though, or lane number 3 is going to be second place. Third place is going to be the close tie. First place finishing at 57.41. 57.41 for Becky Meyer in lane number 4. Second place to lane number 3 at 58.32. But now we get into third place, and that's going to be the dicey one. They show lane number 1, but boy, I'll tell you, it was a battle between lane 1, 2, and 5, really. And lane 5 they give to fourth place. And boy, I'm glad we have mechanical timing for this one.
Oh, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it here.
Sharon Zenner from West Catholic will present the awards in the consolation finals. And in 12th place from Union, Lindsay Frisky. In 11th place, Ottawa Hills High School junior Eves Farnsworth. In 10th place from Creston, Amy Jones. Amy moving along here to the 4th platform to take the award for 4th. And in third place, that's Kelly Smith from Grand Rapids Christian. Third place in the consolation finals is good for 8th place in the awards.
She's in the water, I think. I think she's in the water.
Kathy Leifer is in 9th place. Kelly Smith is in 8th place. And 7th place, Kelly Stibble from West Catholic. And certainly disappointed in lane number 2, but waiting until everybody got done with their consolation final awards is the swimmer finishing the championship finals, and we'll have the results in the championship finals now, presented by
who else?
Beth Cortman from Grand Rapids Christian. David, if you will.
It would be my pleasure. In 6th place from Grand Rapids Christian, Joy Slager. In 5th place from Catholic Central's Ann Jacobois. 4th place, Ottawa Hills, Rebecca Manning.
I want to borrow my greasy glasses here.
Thank you, no. And in 3rd place, Meredith Keller from Creston. Second place from Grand Rapids Christian, Lisa Walters.
And winning under freestyle from Christian, Becky Meyer.
And 1st place, Grand Rapids Christian's very own Becky Meyer.
Well, things are happening down on the pool deck. I see Coach Gary Williams running the whole length of the pool to get to the other side, so he's getting ready to do something here. As we've got consolation finals, he's coming back now as they announce them.
Somebody get a camera.
I'll bet you somebody needs goggles. That's what it is.
Watch him fall and crack his head open, though.
I'll tell you. He's going to knock Bob Stutz down here trying to get the goggles to his swimmer. In lane number 1, we have Lindsay Nesbitt from Creston. Lane 2, Sarah Fellows from Ottawa Hills. Lane number 3, Tara Monroe from Ottawa Hills. Lane 4, Heiki Williams from Ottawa Hills. Lane 5, Megan McCabe from Catholic Central. And lane 6, Danielle Chisholm from Catholic Central. Well, if there's any place that you want to have goggles
it's
and
here.
have them work, it's in the 500.
Ian Mull from Lansing Eastern swims the whole thing without goggles. 500-yard freestyle. He goes in the 4:30s.
And then he stumbles over the officials when he gets out of the water because he can't see, right? Well, this is one of the events that unfortunately we can't carry to its full completion, but we'll do our best. Often we can't carry to its full completion because it's such a long event. 5 minutes, 6 minutes in some cases in seed times here for these swimmers. So probably about the fastest will be 6 1/4.
Yeah.
So with that in mind, 2 of those events makes for 12 minutes, and it bites up a lot of time. But at this point, Heiki Williams from Ottawa Hills in lane number 4.
And Heiki is looking to, who is that guy again?
Gary Williams.
No, the other guy.
In the orange?
Yeah.
That's Jeff Williams, her brother.
Jeff Williams, her brother. And they have signals.
Yes,
they do.
signals.
Which everybody, I guess, sort of does, but theirs are pretty, you could tell them from a mile away.
Well, Heiki Williams still in the lead in lane number 4.
With a very
lane number 3
stroke.
in second place at 1/4 mark. They're coming up past the 1/4 mark, and we'll pick it up in a little bit. Bob Stutz with his famous 1-2 camera shot as the change is just about taking place here at the halfway part, coming up to close to halfway.
That's Sarah Tara Monroe, freshman from Ottawa Hills in lane 3, who's right on
Heiki Williams
6. She's right on her heels.
Lane, yes.